Aim Legion, how y'all doing today? I wanted to see if you knew, if you thought it was still a frozen image or something. I was being silly. Now, I'm here today to review a very obscure horror film called The Woman Eater. And no, it's not a food review, it's a movie review. And basically, I have a small history with this movie, kind of. I used to go, a long time ago, one place I used to love going to was Media Play. And then sadly Media Play used to be like a big giant shop where you can buy movies, like electronic stuff, books, music, and they had like music t-shirts and all this other really cool stuff. I love Media Play. Oh, and they had like, different magazines, a really big selection, stuff, neat stuff. And sadly it ended up going out of business a while ago. And I remember I used to go to, when I go for DVDs, I used to look at the discount section, $9.95 and under. And I remember seeing The Woman Eater there a long time ago. I didn't pick it up. I think it was $6.95. It was from Image Entertainment. I was like, I don't know if this would be good or not, And I just set it aside. I decided I wanted to buy it. And ever so often, I've seen like one or two reviews of it, but I didn't know. I completely forgot about the movie, and then I found out it was on YouTube. And I saw it last night on. It was a Sunday. I saw it Sunday night. I'm putting a review up Tuesday, and basically, what it is it's kind of weird because it was released by Columbia Pictures. It's on Image Entertainment, and those are like the main guys that. Who do like something weird video and stuff like that, if you know your videos and the obscure things. This is a very obscure film from 1950, said 57, and some people say 58, and it was called The Original Little Shop of Horrors because that came out 2 years later, and it has like a man-eating or woman-eating plant in it. And the plant, I give them credit, they did not lie on cover art for the movie. They pretty much have, they show a woman in the grasp of the monster and stuff, and the monster looks a lot in the cover art like it does in the movie, except in the movie it looks worse. But it does look a lot like it, so I give them credit for not lying, because sometimes they exaggerate, or they make the monster look really cool and then like it looks awful. Like in Monster from the Ocean Floor, it looked like the Cookie Monster. I don't know if they showed it. I can't remember what they made the monster look like on that, but it looked like the Cookie Monster when it came up. It's pretty funny. Well, anyways, but that's nowhere near. This movie's nowhere near good as that one. Basically what this movie is, I've rambled on long enough, is this one guy found out that this one tribe in this one jungle, his friend, his fellow colleague, set in England, this one guy said his colleague sent him telegraph saying that this one tribe is perfecting a serum to bring the dead back to life. He asked if he'd come down to see him, and he invited his one friend, and his one friend said, well, I'll go down there, I guess. They go down there, and it's like a really cheesy island. It's like a big set filled with plastic plants, and they're like going like this through it. And it looked like some of Ed Wood, and you see like a big like ceremony with a girl holding a snake, and there's this one girl in a trance because this guy's playing the jungle drums like this, and it's like she's hypnotized by him, and then she gets fed to the plant. And the plant is like a big tree trunk type thing, furry looking tree trunk, and it must be operated by three guys or something like that. And there's like a mouth, two mouths. It was like these gloves, and it was like this, the mouths like this, and it had like these branches going like this, three branches going like this. Really silly looking, and then he kind of grabbed the person like this, kind of, and it's very silly. And like I said, credits to them for not making the monster look like something else on cover art, because sometimes they do to try to sucker you in. And anyways, the one guy gets stabbed, gets speared, and he's dead. And the other guy, I don't know what happens to the guy who gets speared. I guess they just leave him, and then the other guy passes out. And his colleague said he was talking about some miracle or something like that. And they bring a cart and they cart him off, and all of a sudden it says England 5 years later. And apparently the one guy's doing is alive and well. Not the guy who got speared, the guy who fainted. And he goes down to his basement. And his basement has all this lab equipment. It has his one servant. He only has one servant. And he showed him like playing the jungle drums, hypnotizing this girl, and they show the monster. And he says, whenever the woman becomes part of the plant, she becomes part of the serum, and the serum is going to be used to help bring the dead back to life. Apparently he's been working on this for 5 years. So far, so good. And then it stays interesting, and then they have the police interview him, the Scotland Yard interviewing him about the disappearance of the girl. And then it talks about this fair, and this one guy becomes friends with this girl and asks her to work as a part-time maid for this guy because she's looking for work. She got fired. And then it starts getting really dull. I mean, big time dull. And like I said, they considered that this to be like the original Little Shop of Horrors because it had a man-eating plant. Nowhere near as good as that movie. The original Roger Corman one's quite good, even though it's infamously was made in 2 days. But it was very good, much better than this one. This one is very dull, but thankfully it doesn't seem over long. Yeah, I mean it goes by. It's only an hour and 10 minutes. And basically, the first 15 minutes or so are pretty good, and then after that, kind of bogs down. And they show the monster a little bit more, but after that, doesn't really have a lot to say. The mad scientist isn't really that interesting, that guy. I mean, a much better mad scientist movie is Bela Lugosi's The Corpse Vanishes. That has like a flower in it or something like that. I mean, that was made back in the 30s. That was a really good one. But I haven't seen that in ages, but that's a good one. I think it's much better than this one. This one, it actually gets so dull, it actually gets pretty bad. Because the way I described it, it seemed like I liked it. It's only okay. I mean, it's on YouTube, so you can check it out for free if you like. And I only give it like I give it 2.5 out of 10. It's not good enough to give it a 3. Almost a 3, but 2.5 out of 10. If it would just stayed more interesting. The first 15 minutes, pretty much, that was it. And the rest is about that one girl and her working at the place, and she finds the plant, and but the monster is very silly looking. So there you have my review of The Woman Eater. So until next time, bye, please. Take care, my allegiance.